Think back to when you were 10 years old. Summer vacation felt like a lifetime. A single day at school could drag on forever. The hours stretched out like they were made of something thick and heavy, something you could almost touch. Time, back then, was solid. It was real. It moved like thick honey pouring from a jar. Now, you are older. You wake up on a Monday, blink, and suddenly it is Friday. You blow out the candles on your 30th birthday, and before you even finish chewing the cake, you are staring down the barrel of 40, then 50, then 60. The years do not just fly by. They vanish. They dissolve like smoke between your fingers. You find yourself sitting in traffic one afternoon, staring at the rearview mirror, wondering where the last decade went. You know you lived it. You have the photos, you have the scars, but the memory of it feels paper thin, hollow, like someone described a movie to you.
Psychologists have a name for this. They call it the holiday paradox. It is the haunting realization that the older you get, the faster time seems to slip through your fingers. You aren't imagining it. Your brain is literally deleting your life. But why? The answer isn't just science. It's a biological glitch in how human memory works. And once you understand why it happens, you can actually learn how to slow time down again. To understand this, we first have to look at the mathematics of time. In 1897, philosopher Paul Janet proposed a mind-bending idea. He suggested that we perceive time based on proportions of our total life.
When you were 10 years old, 1 year represents 10% of your entire existence. Your brain processes that massive chunk of time as feeling incredibly long. It's a huge milestone. But when you are 50 years old, 1 year is barely 2% of your life. To your brain, it's a tiny, insignificant fraction, a blip on the radar. Think about it. To a 5-year-old, waiting an hour for a toy feels like an eternity. To a 50-year-old, an hour is just a fraction of a workday, something that disappears while answering emails. The math makes time feel faster, but proportionality is only half the story. The math explains the feeling, but it doesn't explain the physics of what your brain is actually doing. If you really want to know where the years are going, you have to look at how your brain records reality.
When you were a child, everything was new. Your first time riding a bike, your first snowstorm, your first day of school. Because these events were completely novel, your brain recorded them in ultra-high definition. It absorbed every sound, every color, every emotion. Because your brain was processing so much dense, new information, the memory files were massive. And when you look back on massive files, they feel like they took a long time to create. But look at your life now. You wake up, you check your phone, you drive the same route to work. When your routine is identical every day, your brain creates no new memory anchors. So when you look back at the last 5 years, there is nothing there. Just a gray blur of commuting and staring at screens. You didn't live 5 years. You lived 1 day and repeated it 1,800 times. It's a terrifying thought that by the time we reach adulthood, we've optimized our lives for comfort, and in doing so, we've accidentally optimized our lives to disappear. And there is one final piece to this puzzle. It was discovered by Duke University professor Adrian Bijan. As we age, our brains physically change. The neural pathways become more complex, but the rate at which we process visual information actually slows down.
To a child, their eyes and brain are taking in visual data at a blazingly fast speed. They are seeing the world in 60 frames per second.
Because they are processing more frames per second, time feels stretched out, like a slow-motion movie. But as an adult, your brain processes fewer frames per second. You are seeing the world in, say, 30 frames per second. Because you are receiving less visual data per second, the world seems to be moving faster. The movie is speeding up. So, your brain is taking in less detail, processing it slower, and compressing your repetitive routines into nothingness. Time isn't just flying because you're getting older. It's flying because your brain is tired. It's running on autopilot. But here is the good news. You can hack this. If time speeds up because your brain stops recording new things, then the only way to slow time back down is to force your brain to learn. Travel to a place where you don't speak the language. Learn an instrument that frustrates you. Take a different route home. Read a book about something you know nothing about. Break your routine. By forcing your brain to process brand new, difficult information, you are forcing it to record in high definition again. When you introduce novelty back into your life, those massive memory files start forming again. A single weekend of a new experience will suddenly feel like a month. You can literally stretch your remaining time on this earth just by refusing to be born.
If this video made you look at your own life a little differently, don't let this be just another blurred memory. Hit that subscribe button. It tells the algorithm to send you more videos that wake your brain up. And I want to test your memory right now. Scroll down to the comments and tell me, what is 1 year from your childhood that felt like it lasted an eternity? Read a few comments, reply to someone. You might just remember something you forgot. Hit the like button if you want more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. Stay awake, stay curious, but why?